Hey guys, we're back with another great product to show you guys. This one's sent over again from our good friends over at XVIVE. This is the battery powered portable AT-1 audio tester. This little compact utility makes sure that all of your gear and your cables are up to par so that you don't have any hiccups during your gigs. We're gonna crack it open, show you what it's all about and how to use it. So here it is, guys. This is the AT-1 portable audio tester from XVIVE. Very nice packaging. As you can see here on the back, it gives you a brief description of everything that this thing can do, as well as some of the features and a diagram of what is expected to be found on the unit. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this thing here. And we just wanna send a quick shout out to XVIVE. Thank them again for sending us yet another product to review for you guys. Once you open it up, you will get a QR code here. If you scan this QR code, it will take you to a quick start guide, which is very good. It eliminates a lot of the paper and, you know, the 36-page instruction booklet that nobody really keeps track of. Open this flap here and you're presented with a very nice production of the unit. You also have your 1/4 inch to 1/4 inch adapter, and we'll get into that, what that's for here shortly. We're gonna go ahead and take this unit out. We're gonna set this aside for now with this, and I'm also gonna show you what is underneath here. So you also get a nice little carrying pouch with a very sturdy belt clip if you're one of those guys that that carries this. To me, the only person that would actually have this on their belt clip would be an audio engineer. I don't see wedding DJs or actual band members keeping this with them, but I do appreciate the very nice rugged nylon type carrying case to keep this in so it's not bouncing around. You get your USB-C charging cable, which is also very nice. Everything is going standard USB charging. So like I mentioned in the intro, this is battery powered, so that's very good. And it looks like this is the manual. Okay, so you do get a manual. It's not as big as I thought it was. Like I said, this thing is very easy to use, so it doesn't take a whole lot of instruction, and we're gonna go over that here shortly. All right, so here we go. Here is the unit. It is built very well, guys. The only thing plastic, I think, is just this overall housing, but this thing has some weight to it. So on the side here, you've got your power button. You've got your USB-C charging indicator with a charging light. You've also got your output speaker, which we'll go over, and your volume knob here, which I already have turned all the way up. You've got your XLR male and female for input output. You've got your 1/4 inch for your 1/4 inch cables. You've got your 3.5mm headphone jack for listening to your signal. You can also test for phantom power, which is located right here. If your mixer, which we have here, indicates phantom power, you've got your signal generator and you've got your output type. And what's cool is you also have a pad here. So you have your -10, -40, and -20 dB pad. So you will be able to hear that difference here. You've got your peak and your signal indicator here. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, on this side, we do have the cable tester. So this will go through and test your pins on your XLRs to ensure that everything is working right. So this is crucial because there are times where in the past, I know I've bought some cheaper XLR cables I know I shouldn't have, and I was not getting the proper sound. And so I thought it was the cable, and I switched to another cable, which was the same brand, and it did the same thing. So investing in good quality cables will typically prevent that, but over time, you know how we wind our cables, we throw them in a box. They're bound to go bad at some point, especially the end tips. So this is the cable tester that we will go over. Okay, so let's move forward and look at powering on this unit here. This has the power switch right here on the very side. Once you flip it to the front, you'll see a yellow indicator here showing that we are powered up. We're gonna toggle between the outputs. So the yellow LED signals output via XLR. So this one and this one here. And if you switch the output to blue, this will signal the output via the speaker that's built in. As soon as I hit this, you will hear that. So the good thing about this is it has a pad, and that is right here. Right now we're on -20. I can go to -40, which will be super quiet. And if I go to -10, that will be super loud. So I'm going to keep it at -20 for now. We do have a input level indicator down here. So when you're connecting your cables here, you can see that you are getting input. We'll go over that here in a little bit. And as mentioned, we do have a phantom power indicator here. So the signal generator does go between 1 kilohertz tone and pink noise. Here is the 1 kilohertz tone. And as you heard just a minute ago, there's the pink noise. So let's take a look and see exactly how this works in coordination with our mixer here. All right, so very cool device, very handy to have. As we mentioned, there are times where you don't know whether it's your cable or it could be your mixer. I will advise you that in the past, years and years ago, I had an issue where I wasn't getting a full sound. I wasn't getting left and right fully through my speakers. I thought it was the cables. I kept switching cables. It kept doing it. It ended up being my mixer. So this is a good way to test fully through the mixer, all the way through your system to your speakers, rather than just connecting a cable to it or connecting this to your speaker, because you don't really know what kind of result you're going to get. So I'm going to plug that into my mixer. We just have a little Harbinger mixer here. Right now I am on the yellow indicator, and I'm going to flip this around just so you can kind of see what I'm looking at here. I'm on the yellow indicator, indicating that I am outputting through XLR and not the speaker. So I do have my gain turned all the way down. I have my channel turned all the way down, and I have my main at about halfway. And this is plugged into my MAUI MR824 desktop speaker here. I'm going to bring this up, and you should be able to hear the pink noise coming through the speaker. And that is at -10. Let me go down to 20. So we are getting that good pink noise. There's the speaker. You can tell it's working. I'm going to switch it over to a tone. And you can hear that I'm getting just perfect sound. So that tells me that everything is routing correctly from here through the XLR cable through to the speaker. So let's talk about phantom power. A lot of times you will need phantom power for those microphones, and this mixer does have the option to send 48 volts. And as mentioned in the beginning, right here would be our phantom power indicator, letting us know that we are getting the correct voltage. As soon as I hit this pad button, you will see here that the lights are blinking, indicating that phantom power is being distributed to this correctly. So what if you did hook it up like this and you were not getting the sound distributed to your speaker right? Could it be the speaker? Could it be the mixer? Could it be the cable? Well, one good quick way to test that would be to take your cable out and hook your cable directly into this. And now we are getting that tone instantly. So that tells us that the cable is working fine. So we would need to double check our mixer board here, just to ensure that it is traveling correctly to this output that goes from the cable all the way to the speaker. So your function LED right here next to this type button, this will blink white as a warning when the battery is low. Usually 0 to 10%, this will blink white. A full charge will take you about 1.5 hours, so that's not very long. And like I said, it is USB-C type. So if you hook this up to say a 5-volt block, maybe this will charge a little faster, but 1.5 hours is not that long to charge this unit. All right, so now that we've tested everything, we've tested it through the mixer with the XLR cable going out into the MAUI MR824, everything tested fine. For testing purposes, say that you weren't getting everything correct. Now what we want to do is plug the AT1 directly into the back of our speaker via XLR, which is indicated by the yellow light. So we're going to plug that in there. I've got the master turned all the way down. I'm going to bring this up. You can hear that pink noise coming through perfectly. And if I switch to the 1 kilohertz tone, you will see there that that is coming through beautiful. So if we were getting any hiccups, or if the sound was clipping or blipping of any sort, then we might have a problem somewhere internally in the speaker. So where does this adapter come in? This adapter comes in for guitar amps, foot pedals, anything like that, or if your speaker has 1/4 inch input, what you would do is hook this adapter into here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch. The options are here, right? The light will turn blue. I've got my volume turned all the way down. I'm going to plug this directly into the speaker, bring my master volume up. You will hear that pink noise. I'm going to switch this. 1 kilohertz tone. And it's working perfectly. So that is good to have that option as well, because maybe you have a combo jack and something's not working right, or maybe your speaker just has 1/4 inch input. So a great option to have that on hand. All right, so now let's get to the fun part. Another great feature of this unit is the actual cable tester. This one will allow us to test all of our XLR cables here. And I'm sure if you have adapters for XLR to 1/4 inch, you could also test that through here as well. And so what you want to do is you want to hold down the type button. That light will go off, and then you'll see here the cable tester is waiting for an input. What I'm going to do is bring out my cable. I'm going to hook the male side into the female. I'm going to find the other end of my cable. And then when I plug this in, if we're good, all 3 of the lights on each side should be blinking in sequence. And as you can see there, it is saying that we have a good cable, which I'm pretty surprised, because this cable that I brought for testing purposes is one of my OGs. It is very old, but this is a HOSA cable, and HOSA makes nothing but quality cable. So it doesn't doubt that this works. The cables that I mentioned earlier were Amazon Basics XLR cables, and they failed me in the past, so I have yet to buy those ever again. So if you ever had a cable that was bad, one of these lights would not be blinking. That'll tell you which pin it is and on which side, the send or the receive side, and that would allow you to either go in, make the repair yourself if you're into that, or buy a new one. The cables that I use are HOSA and also Pig Hog. I'm a huge Pig Hog fan. I love the fact that those cables don't kink, they don't wrinkle, they just stay flat all the time. So this is a great option for cable testing. So as mentioned, if you have a cable that is like this, say it's a 1/4 inch to XLR, which in my opinion would be more of a guitar cable, you would have to get a 1/4 inch female to female XLR adapter to test this cable, because there is no way to test it just like this. So you would have to have those adapters on hand, and these things always come loose. But I mean, if you're anything like me, I am a wedding DJ. I always have so many adapters in my bag for XLR to 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch to XLR, XLR to XLR adapters. So that's just something that every band or audio technician would have on hand. So to get out of this, you would just click that, hold that button down again. Once you're in cable test mode and your cable is hooked up, if you press this again, this will allow you to cycle through the pins by yourself so that it's not going so fast. See, once you have it here, it just kind of goes through them. Press it one time and you can cycle through the pins yourself. So that's it, guys. That is the XVIVE AT-1 battery powered portable audio tester, not to be confused with just a cable tester, but a full audio tester. I'm going to drop a link down below where you can get yours. I want to say these things are going for $179 right now. I guess it just depends on when you buy it. But this is definitely something that I will keep with me at all times. Like I said, I have so many cables that I've bought over the years. It's hard to tell what is good, what is bad. And I would rather test them beforehand, either before taking them to the gig or setting everything up to ensure that we're getting proper connection within the cables. So let me know if you're using something like this, or if you end up getting this. I would love to hear your feedback on it as well. That is the XVIVE AT-1. Special thanks to XVIVE for sending this out once again. Something I will keep in my bag, and we'll see you on the next one.